And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast, sponsored by Generator Supercenter of Amarillo.
Well, good Monday morning, everyone. It's a wet start to the day for a lot of you around the region, primarily focusing up towards the north. Here, as we start out the day, you can see a few little scattered showers and thunderstorms were further south as we went through the overnight period, and a lot of cloud cover is being seen out there as well. But let's talk about watches and warnings out there, as we do have some flood advisories that are up around, as you can see right there in Texas County, from Guymon up through Optima, through Tyrone, and around the Baker area, as we have seen several inches of rain that have already fallen just through the overnight period. As you can see right there, unfortunately not much here for us in Amarillo. You can see maybe there's some just to the north end of town. Had some heavier rains down around the Turkey and Quetiquay areas, but look at this right here. You can basically follow this line. Basically goes in line with those flood advisories. That blue is radar estimates of 1 to 2 inches. You'll see right there as it quickly goes up into Kansas, you start to see purple, maybe even a little bit of red. That's several inches of rainfall in just the past 6 hours. Of course, ending right there as you see the time on your screen at 4:39 this morning. So very early this morning, still a lot of rain around a lot of the region, and that brings us full circle back into today, where we do have a marginal risk for showers and thunderstorms across the entire region going on into your Monday. So that is our next weather maker, is that today your Monday is going to be wet and thankfully a little bit cooler out there. Of course, seeing those high triple-digit heat, of course, late last week, that's not in the forecast for today. So let's jump right in and take a look at that high-definition model run. Those overnight showers and thunderstorms should start to move out pretty quickly. We'll see a few breaks in the clouds as we go on into the mid-morning hours. Early afternoon, maybe partly cloudy skies, but then you'll see right here, we start to see things forming up. They're off in central New Mexico. There's another trough that is approaching. That's going to be kind of the firing mechanism for late this afternoon into tonight. Right now, our main time frame looks to be around 6 to 11 o'clock. That's, of course, Texas time, so bump that back an hour for our friends over in New Mexico. It's 7 o'clock. It's going to be 6 o'clock for those of you off in right there. As you can see, Roosevelt, Curry, and Quay counties, maybe a little bit up in Union County as well, with a little bit of isolated activity up around the Texas Panhandle as well. But watch what happens going into later on tonight. This becomes more active. It becomes a little more organized, and that's where we start to see widespread showers and thunderstorms going through about 10 o'clock tonight. Does look like it really gets its act together in our southeastern quadrant of the area, which of course that'll be welcome change. That's an area that hasn't seen quite as much rain here lately, with scattered showers trying to linger into your Tuesday morning. So like I said, trying to see where things should be at their heaviest. This is looking at your what we call our precip estimates, basically just kind of spotlighting the areas that should see the heaviest rain as we go on into the rest of your Monday and on into Tuesday as well. Like I said, generally kind of focusing on that southeastern quadrant right there. But as you can see, there's a lot of the region that's still certainly within play to see some good rainfall. There's going to be several places that probably see several inches in a few focus spots. So of course, we'll be keeping an eye on that, as flash flooding will be probably one of our more prominent risks we see with this type of setup. But look what it does to our temperatures. Right now, it looks like Childress will be the hottest at only 93 degrees, 85 here in Amarillo. You might even see places like Clayton stay down in the 70s out there. That's a far cry, of course, from the 105-degree days we were seeing late last week. So thankfully, this is looking a lot better. Winds are looking pretty good as well. It's not going to be that windy out there. Organized wind speeds should stay less than 10 miles an hour throughout the day. Of course, with any thunderstorms, you might see some isolated strong gusts, but the overall winds that you see throughout the day really shouldn't be that big of a deal. And the good news is we're not really seeing any high heat here as we go throughout the forecast. Of course, today looks to be our best shot at more organized rain chances. We'll go 10% for your Tuesday. Calm winds, highs in the 80s. We'll spend the rest of the week there in the maybe mid-90s. Overall, not too bad, with looks like maybe another shot at moisture going into this next upcoming weekend.